I'm recording this for whoever might be watching it. I have in my possession the journal that Jeff found in the house. It seems like it's written by one of the people in the doll masks, but I can't be sure. It has some interesting information on it, and we know a little bit more about them now, which is helpful. So I'm gonna read it off for the sake of recording it. The first entry is undated. It says, "I've joined the group. They promised to keep me safe. They said they know how to keep it away. They don't speak at all, and it's strange. But they've explained through pages that they've since burned. It's because they don't want to be found. We'll be the only ones who aren't victims." The second entry. "There's so many of us now, spread out, but our numbers are high. This mask hurts my face, but they make me wear it, even when I'm sleeping. They said if I don't have any facial features either, maybe it'll see us as equals. I'm not sure how much I believe that, though." Third entry. "As it turns out, apparently we aren't an exception to the list of potential victims. They don't know I'm keeping this journal. I won't let them know. Some of the guys were out today, and they got attacked. One of them got too close to that thing. He didn't make it. I didn't know him, as I'm still getting to know the people here. One of our own was attacked, though. Do these masks even do any good? Oh, and if that's not bad enough, the others said they tried to catch his dinner there, too, but it got away. I wonder what it was." Next entry. "They caught a girl today, one of its victims. They're going to sacrifice her. I've never seen anything like this. They worship the thing almost. It's strange. I suppose I will too, in time, if I stay with this group. I'm not sure that doing so will keep it from killing us, though. For now, they've decided to keep her locked away. Like an animal. Poor thing." Next entry. "There's something wrong with that girl. Something's really wrong with her. She screams at night, but when they check on her, she's alone. Sometimes they find her with a bloody face, sometimes worse. Why does she scream at night? Is it still hurting her? Even locked away? I guess nowhere is safe once it targets you." Next entry. "The screams are getting worse. It sounds like she's in terrible pain now. And they almost always find her bloody now. There's so much blood. Poor thing. Something's not right with her, though. For all we know, she could be doing it to herself. Although the blood from her ears makes that a little hard to believe. She won't look at us. Even if you put your ear to the door, you can hear her talking to herself, sometimes for hours. She giggles at nothing, and there is a constant shuffling from the other side of the door. I think she's losing it." Next entry. "The girl escaped this morning, but we found her on top of the tower. She was sitting on the railing, singing. She looked so happy. It was so strange. I could see her from the ground, smiling, with this look on her face like she wasn't focused on anything at all. I didn't hear the singing, but I could see her lips moving. She looked emotionless aside from a slight smile. They ran up and tried to grab her, but she bit the bigger one. They shot her. It was awful. The sound of the gun going off, then silence, but they didn't kill her. The bullet hit her arm, and as she fell back and hit the railing, I guess she passed out or something. When they dragged her down the stairs, she was limp. She's back in her room now. I've been sitting outside the door. There's no shuffling, no giggling, just silence. Next entry. They did it. They left her as an offering to it, to try to appease it. They made me push one of the stakes through her hand to hold her there for when it showed up. I wasn't very good at it. She kept wriggling and squirming, trying to get away. It looked so painful. As soon as the blood started pouring out of her hand, I was sure she was going to scream or cry. She just stared up at me. She looked so helpless. She didn't even react to the pain. And she even smiled at one point. I think she was too far gone to feel anything. It appeared as we were pushing in the stake, and we had to run. I think it took her away. We didn't come back to find out. Next entry. I went back as soon as the sun came out. There was a trail of blood where it dragged her away, but not much else. One of the guys came with me, and we left a tape at the center of the circle where we had pinned her. He left it in case her friends came to look for her. I don't think they will, though. Next entry. They said we're going to have more of its victims to give to it soon. I don't want to. I can still see her staring up at me. I guess this is what we have to do, though, if we want it to leave us alone. There are several altars around here that they will use to do rituals that they believe will keep it away. I'm still reluctant to believe this, but I have to at least look like I do. If they knew, they'd probably kill me too, and I feel safe here under their protection. Next entry. One of the guys wants to leave some files he found at the hospital for the new victims. He says they'll be easier to catch once they find out each other's secrets. I knew who they've picked for the next sacrifice. It's a young man. I heard it's the last one's brother. Next entry. They sent me to do a chore today. I had to mark the area where we've been with some symbol. It looks like this. It's that symbol again. I don't know the reason why. They won't tell me. And that's all that's in this book so far. So, from what we gather from that, it seems like it's an almost exact recording of everything we've seen. When they found her at the tower, we found the blood. We found the trail of blood going down the stairs. It was hers. And the next victim's her brother, Vincent? I don't think he's telling us everything. And that thing about dinner getting away? Did they mean me and Jeff? There's a lot going on that I don't know about, and I don't know how safe we are now. Not that I ever did, but it seems so much worse once you know.